Yo, South Africa, see busy, kuningi, and see very few. See very few. Anyways, I just want to make a recommendation that you are going to enjoy her perspective in everything that is going on that we are covering on this channel and other channels. Please make sure you go subscribe to this channel. This is Carrie Ann Bloom. She's got very interesting perspective about everything that is going on in the Manga Commission of Inquiry, the ad hoc committee, and also other stuff that she is chasing and coming back and reporting. Please subscribe to her channel. The more, the merrier. Anyways, let's go to the Manga Commission of Inquiry. So, as I had said in my previous video, with Julius Mkhwanazi, aka Blue Lights of Blesser, and he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that at all. But I must also make an observation. Wow, what sort of a bladder do you have? It's a ninja. Drinking all those gallons of water and your bladder is still saying, no, we're good. Continue. No. Because I broke my dry fast at midnight because it's day 3. And that was actually my first time drinking water. Oh, my bladder was like, all right, you need to start running, boy. You need to start running. And I did exactly that. But anyways, let's talk about it. So, Juju, as I said, he cracked on his own presentation this morning. And I know he was going to crack some more under cross-examination, even though cross-examination just began. Now, this is where things right now for Juju is facing down. He, number one, completely denied being involved in blue lights, including installing the blue lights, including being there when the blue lights were being installed. He says he was not there. But all of this is attributed to his name, including Kat Makala himself. We are where we are because Mkhwanazi, the general, said, yeah, like Mkhwanazi yeah, you know when you say, I swear to serve and to protect, that also includes arresting your family members, your father, your mom, your brother, your sister, and surname Fanana, but in the Zulu culture, there's no surname Fanana. Mkhwanazi and Mkhwanazi, those are blood. Tumagute, even though we've never met, we are blood. We call each other as brothers and sisters. And dare marry any of the same sort. It's a whole nother thing. But anyways, I digress. So I was writing profusely my notes, and then I realized there's no point in writing notes anymore because the first accusation that was a digression from Mkhwanazi was when he accused, clearly he does not like Uspis. Whether that is true or not, because I think it was explained earlier how Ekurhuleni came about. And of course, we do come from the apartheid era, and also listening to Spice's longevity in the police force. I don't know how plausible what Julius Mkhwanazi was saying. Or Julius Mkhwanazi was like, yeah, if you've been in the force for 43 years, so that means you were also a police officer during the apartheid. And what was your role in unaliving black people in townships? So this kind of like reminded me of a guy, Oshelin Tombi, and the girl rejects him and says, I value movie, a favor. You are ugly anyway, I was just doing you a favor. That's how it sounded like to me. I mean, there was an incident, I don't know if it's an incident or whatever you want to call it, where I think it's Ngizwe. Ngizwe was attacked the alphabet community, and then what's her name again? Uzata. Dominic Zata started talking about how at the airport, what in the slow lounge. That's how Julius Mkhwanazi sounded like, yeah, you must have been involved in unaliving black people. I was like, sir, you are now doing exactly what Umama did by bringing in accusations that she couldn't prove with hearsay. That's a bad strategy. That's a wrong strategy, and it discredited every single thing that you said. And then the other thing that I found to be quite interesting, and of course, he's not going to admit the dumping of dead bodies by the dam. He's also not going to admit to the hijacking of freight trucks by his alleged team, which also includes the 45 million rand precious stones that were stolen, and then the city was sued for. And then he says, anyways, since I've ever joined the police, I guess EMPD, they've been working outside, I guess outside their jurisdiction. So now he did not explain the 45 million rand. I was hoping that he would go deeper into that. He just denied, even including the theft of copper. I was like, yeah, I don't think that he's going to admit to that. And yet, there's evidence to all of these things. There's evidence to all these things. And then I was like, while I was watching, I'm like, hang on a minute. Did this man tell us about SWAT team? For some of us who are following the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, when we hear the word Ekurhuleni SWAT team, we get triggered. So now we know, or we now have come to realize who is the head, or who was heading this particular unit that torture, tube, and coerce people into making confessions, false confessions, mind you. It is the Blue Lights Blesser, aka Dr. Mkhwanazi. So when I went back and with I was like, nah, this man is here to lie through his teeth. And now he is being cornered. He is being cornered, and that water that he drank, I think they should just line up those bottles of water in front of him. Yeah, I know it's a bottle of water. They need to line them up, because he is about... That chair is not just going to burst into flames. It's going to be a furnace. Yeah, it's going to be a furnace. So I hope while they are sitting... Oh, he doesn't have a legal representation, which is quite interesting. Who was that lady that he brought? But anyways, advisor, publicist, I don't know who that is. He better needs to consult. Quick. Including having an earpiece, which he would explain, oh, I have hearing aid problems, and then it falls and he puts it on the other side, and but we thought it was that other ear that had a problem. Now, why the hearing aid is on the other? Yo, hi guys, kuningi that is going on in South Africa. So the accusations, for me, I found them to be unfounding unless he can prove, either through TRC or through some kind of documentation, that Spies was indeed involved in the special force during apartheid and unaliving black people in the townships. Other than that, to me, he sounds like an aggrieved person that wants to ventilate irrelevant things. And the other part as well that I found him to be very conniving, when he was suspended, and then when he was brought back from suspension, he refused his gun because he says it was tampered with. I don't know, he wanted to elaborate whom did it shoot, but they said, and then the evidence is like, oh no, hold on, we're going to get to that, because I guess it's in his statement. And also he refused his laptop because also it was tampered with. Basically what he's trying to say is, he is running away from providing the communique that he has sent to the police chief regarding the blue lights. Not regarding the blue lights, but regarding the memorandum of understanding. That's the thing that is running away from. And for him to successfully run away from him, he's going to accuse Uspies, whom he handed over those gadgets to, including his firearm, when he got suspended, that they tampered with these things. This is such obvious. You know, this is so obvious. It's so obvious that he's trying to divert attention away, including any criminal obligations that he might face later on. It's quite interesting. So, well, I guess it's here for one day, and I don't think this is going to finish by 4 or 5 or 6 for that matter. They might go on probably till about 8 p.m. Otherwise, the evidence leader and the commissioners will just have to press him not to go all around the bushes, but go straight into the point and answer with a yes or no, so that by 4 they'll be done, or at least by 5 o'clock they'll be done, so that it doesn't become like madam there, mama of the former city manager of Ekurhuleni. So there's a lot that he's saying that I feel, no, sir, you lost it. You lost the track. You know how when you tell yourself a lie and then you deliver but it's all over the place, and then now it's going to be gathered together. That's where he's going to fail, because growing up, I used to be a very naughty kid because I was a curious kid. And if I broke something, I always devise a story in my head, but it will fall apart because I had a mother with a sharp brain herself. And before I could even open my mouth, she was like, "Ambonglandeli nduku, zikhethele induku." Basically, go pick yourself a nice whip, like a tree branch. And we had peach tree in the back. Do you know how painful peach tree branch is? It's like a cane. And that's the only choice and mulberry tree as well, which was just outside the bathroom window. But the mulberry one was a little bit flimsy, but it did the job. And don't get me started with the grape one. You know, and it's dry or semi-dry, because we had all three of those trees. So I had to choose, do I go with the peach tree? Do I go with the grape tree? Or do I go with the mulberry tree? Because they were all painful. So this is where Mkhwanazi finds himself. He needs to choose which one of the tree branches does he would like to get whipped by Advocate Silos, Senior Counsel, or by Umam Sesi Baloy, or the ever so soft but chair, which is Majanga or Kumalo, who is very sharp, and he comes with clarity that will leave you dear Makar type of situation. So he needs to choose that. And finally, something that actually made me laugh, you get promoted and you have a ceremony. I don't care how informal the this affirmation is when you are promoted in the ranks. At the corridor, yeah, you're being promoted, please be a good cop, da 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 da, bye. Pictures taken by Utiba. No ceremony. I gag. A person of Julius, do you think he would not demand for a ceremony? Konok Shyamans. It goes down to show that his promotion was irregular. How do you hold an entire ceremony with somebody that is appointed irregularly? When you just have to say that, oh, I was appointed irregularly, you get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you think you're gonna get a nice city parade. Like, seriously, come on. That was hilarious for me. Anyways, let me leave this video right here. It is now lunchtime, and they should be coming back in about 15 minutes. And I got another story that broke this morning. Actually, several stories broke this morning. That's why I'm saying kuningi. And please don't forget to subscribe to Carrie Ann Bloom's channel. Trust me, you are going to enjoy her perspectives. All right, do so, because I do. And no. She never asked me. She doesn't even know that this is what I'm asking of y'all to do. please. Thank you so much. And please don't leave the video without liking, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.